We all have our favorite well-known destinations, but we usually have a handful that are more off the beaten path. Today we're talking to the experts about the places that aren't quite as well known, but probably should be. Join me, Stephen Human, as I bound from one end of the state to the other in search of the top 10 lesser-known spots in Utah.
Along those same lines, but with a few more calories, you can follow me, Zach Cipriano, as I find the top 5 eateries in Ogden that you'll want to check out after your next adventure.
All that, and we haven't even mentioned Reese taking us to Africa. Own the outdoors now with AYL. Names like Zion, Bryce, Powell, Bonneville have a lot of meaning for a lot of people. After all, they're some of the best known destinations in the West, and they're all in the same state. Yes, Utah has more than its fair share of iconic landscapes and inspiring views. The thing is, there's so much that it's easy to miss most of them in favor of the big, well-traveled spots. That's why it's so important to go in search of those places, even though you might have to look a little closer than you're used to.
And that's why we're here at the Utah State Capitol today. Tourism directors from across the state have gathered inside, and we're going to talk to them about their favorite lesser-known destinations in the state of Utah.
So it's Tourism Day on the Hill. We're celebrating what a huge contributor tourism is to the state economy. So the tax relief per household in Utah, $1,200. If we didn't have a tourism economy, every household in Utah would have to generate $1,200 more in taxes. One of my favorite places is White Rim Trail in Canyonlands National Park. The trail is an old uranium jeep road, and so it's pretty accessible. The sandstone formations, the cliffs, the miles and miles of endless wide open spaces, it's just a transcendent experience.
If you're looking for a national park experience, but maybe don't want the crowds or even the expense of the admission of $30, I would go to Cedar Breaks National Monument. It's very similar to Bryce Canyon, but it's smaller, it's more intimate. They have lots of rangers on staff. You can go on hikes with them. You can go on geology talks at night. They do star programs.
Goblin Valley is one of my favorite places. It's a state park, so it's somewhat popular, but it's so fun, especially if you have kids, play hide and seek and the goblins.
Through the eyes of a child, where you're allowed to go off trail because there really aren't any trails in the valley. And you see your kids and they get this like, I can run over here and I can run over there and I can do this, and they can explore and they can have that self-discovery. And I think we need a little bit more of that where we can say, explore on your own.
The trail system in Beaver County, and the reason why I say that is lesser known. It's right on the way down. A lot of us will be traveling this summer, this early springtime to southern Utah. Beaver County is one of those hidden gems that a lot of people overlook on their way down south.
We have the most spectacular sightseeing, but in addition to that, I love our off the beaten path foodie tours. We've got, Bear Lake raspberry shakes. In Logan, we've got Cafe Ibis making coffee. It's not just green jello and fry sauce in Utah. One of our biggest food scenes is bean to bar chocolate. We have 9 bean to bar chocolate makers in the state. It's the highest concentration of anywhere in the U.S. You can go to Caputo's Deli downtown Salt Lake and try any chocolate bar you want. All throughout the state, we've got these unheard of food destinations as well.
So there's the first 5. We'll get to the rest of our list a little bit later in the show, but right now we got to go to our travel adventure, and we're continuing with our best of theme as Zach Cipriano tries to eat his way across Ogden. Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We've been talking about the top 10 out-of-the-way destinations in the state of Utah today. I'm along one of them right now. This is the Jordan River Parkway. It's a great place to come with your family to ride bikes, just have kind of a quieter experience in the middle of the city. But we've been spending most of our time at the state capitol talking to tourism directors. We're going to be talking to the governor himself to find out about their personal favorites and where you should be planning your next trip with your family. Well, right now, how about we concentrate a little bit more on the top 10?
I used to love to go up what was called South Fork, up Provo Canyon. I used to go up there fishing, the little streams up there, and hike in the backcountry there. Again, that was something just close. That's something that we probably take too much for granted here in Utah. You can just be 20 or 30 minutes away from some spectacular country you can drive to, get out of your car and start hiking.
Gooseneck State Park, that is going for dark sky designation. And what dark sky is, for folks that don't know, is that human beings create a lot of light pollution by aiming our lights upward, right? Places like our state parks are becoming the last refuges to see beautiful starry nights. It's also a great primitive camping spot with a great overlook, but it is one of our most gorgeous, out-of-the-way places. Stunning dark sky, stunning vistas in the day, great hiking, great biking around there.
When you drive Highway 12, you're gonna go from high elevation, thick forest area, beautiful green all over, and within 20 minutes you drop down into Red Rock, and it's gorgeous. It's a drive that I took my family on. It was a long way to get to Bryce Canyon, it adds another 2 hours, but it was so worth it going through that way because my kids loved every minute of it.
Certainly Starvation State Park is one of my personal favorites, right on Highway 40, 1 hour from Heber. Generally, always got availability, a beautiful lake, wonderful sand for that beach experience, great boating, and amenities right in Duchesne City.
The Henry Mountains, in around that particular complex, just outside of Hanksville area. You got Factory Butte, just a great location, and also with that you have that free roaming bison herd that exists down there. So some people are probably aware of it, but it is kind of off the beaten path type trail system.
We have places that are worth visiting and enjoying that are not a park of any kind, meaning they're not a national park, they're not a state park, they're not they're just beautiful parts of Utah's public lands. So there's plenty of opportunities to go out there and pitch a tent, hike a trail, and enjoy the mountains and the beauty of nature in Utah on its 36 million acres of public land.
And that is our top 10 out-of-the-way destinations in Utah. If you've got some of your own, go on Facebook, any social media, tell us your favorite. Well, right now I'm in City Creek Canyon, just east of the Capitol building. It's a beautiful spot, perfect for cyclists and dogs. Just a great place for silent contemplation. You should come out and check it out because it is one of Utah's lesser known destinations. Well, right now we got to go up to our trailhead adventure. Reese Stein is in Africa. And why? Well, Reese doesn't need a reason. He goes everywhere. Here's Reese. Welcome back to AYL, everybody. Now, we've been talking about the top 10 out-of-the-way destinations in the state of Utah today, and we found another one. This is Mill Creek Canyon. Now, a lot of people know about Mill Creek Canyon, but what they don't know is that there's tons of hiking trails that go up to overlooks of the Great Salt Lake, of the entire valley. It's a wonderful place to come, another out-of-the-way destination. But what we wanted to do right now was let's catch up with some other members of the AYL family and find out what their favorite out-of-the-way destinations are in this great state of Utah.
My choice? I would have to say it would be Enterprise Reservoir down in the southwest corner of the state. They got the Honeycomb Campground. You camp in that campground and you will think you're going to be seen by Flash Gordon instantly. And the lake is a lot of fun too. You can ski, boat, and fish there.
My favorite place is Crystal Ball Cave. It's in Gandy, Utah, out in the West Desert. It is gorgeous because everything inside looks like popcorn and like marshmallows. If you haven't been there, you should totally go.
One of my favorite spots is Toquerville Falls. It's just north of Perkin, Utah. You can ride your ATVs right up to a waterfall. Like, if you're looking for a place to propose, that's the place to do it.
So what's your favorite out-of-the-way spot in Utah? Let us know on social media. We want to hear from you. Now, how about we find out what adventure awaits us on the next episode of At Your Leisure. Well, that's all we got for you today. It was so much fun finding about these top 10 lesser known destinations. Again, share yours with us because we want to hear from you. Right now, though, I have an event that you need to sign up for. It's Red, White, and Road. Next weekend, Friday and Saturday, we're riding out of Torrey, Utah on Highway 12. It's going to be a great event through some of the most beautiful lands in the state. So sign up at AYLTV.com. Register. It's only $45. Definitely worth the price. We hope to see you there. Well, that's all the time we got. Remember, get out there and create your own adventure at your leisure.
Yes.
Oh, where we need to go? Oh.
To find out the hidden gems of what they love. Oh no, sorry. Blah.
Can you shorter?
I got two words. I know.
Yeah.
I got 2 words.
I can use chopsticks, but I'm not very good at it. So I can use my.